Hello there. A warm welcome to all the participants who have joined this live chat session. Can you hear me, viewers? Thank you, Samuel Falake, for responding. Thank you. Let me welcome the participants who have joined this live chat session. We'll focus mainly on the Amhara region in this live chat. New developments. It seems that Ethiopian government has decided to up the ante against Fano fighters. I think now Fano groups are going to be tested. Real test of Fano groups have started. What is military doing? Can Fano defend against this new onslaught? And what are the characteristics of this new onslaught on Fano? We'll try to have a look. A rapidly, by the way, evolving situation in the Amhara region. There's no calm, there's no peace. Things are happening very fast in the Amhara region now, it seems. Samuel Faleke is the first one who has commented. Greetings, dear Sajid Bhai, he's saying. Muhammad Makashao, Abjoon Arge, Abdulaziz Ali, Emmanuel Sahle, Danny, Tekle Kasai, Ephraim Hapte, Musi Twins, David Kinfe, Alam Gizao, one of my members. Welcome, Alam. Faro Mahmood, Budji Suyama, one name in Amharic, saying Sajid from Peshawar. I am not from Peshawar, by the way. Tamiro Ganine, Jonjo, Balete Tisfai, Titemke Gide, Gizayagan, Hussein, Habo, Eshenafi, Abraham, Kilo Mamo, Bilanio Damake, Tafira Birhano, Horn analyst. You made it on time, Horn, today. He says, I become addicted to your news. I am addicted to reporting, by the way. Yam Dos, Daniel Tafise, Raya Woldekidan, Abdul Qadir Said. I missed these three names, so I wanted to pronounce the names. Birhano Eregavi says, I am also your favorite from Tegarai. Welcome, Birhano. Why you hate Abi? Tafira says. Why would I hate Abi, by the way? I don't want to be the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. So I have nothing against him. He does not know me. I would gain nothing by opposing him. Gadisa has joined, always critical of me. So let's see what he has written. He says, hello, Mr. Fano. You saw. Hello, Mr. Fano. How's everything going with your Fano? What I promise, Abi system never follows by West. Birhano says, we know you are neutral. Thank you, Birhano. Good evening, says Tiabo Mangisha. Irritian Post. Welcome, Sajid. Welcome, Irritian Post. Gabre says, welcome, Mr. Sajid. Abdi Muhammad, is Ethiopia a failed state very soon? No. No. I don't think Ethiopia is going to be a failed state. Even if it turned into a failed state, it will survive. Samuel Falaka says, can't wait to listen to new update on the development. Okay. Sahle TV. I am very surprised by your extensive knowledge of the area. Where are you from? I'm from Pakistan, Saleh, covering this region for around more than 3 years now. King Ben Vlogs, USA Foreign Policy complaining. David Said, you support Fano. Leo Belsti, I feel sorry about my people. Stop Amhara genocide. God may protect my humble Amhara. Izo, hi, Mr. Sajid. Now, let me come to the point. Some people say, Sajid, you take too much time starting the live chats. You just read comments and you greet the participants. You take too much time. So let's straight come to the point. What is happening in the Amhara region now? Any new developments? Well, since I cover the region on daily basis, so I am able to compare the situation in Amhara a few months ago and today, the intensity of operation against Fano by END a few months ago and today, Fano's tactics, past and present tactics. Because I keep myself and you update. That is why we can analyze, we can compare things. Within the last 1 week or so, we have seen a new wave of attacks on Fano groups. Ethiopian military has now stepped up the operation against Fano. Just 2 days ago, we heard from a General Tassima, head of Eastern Command, who talked about some creative ways to handle Fano. He said that ENDF members should not engage Fano directly. They should know what they're doing. They should learn from past counter-insurgency operations. So in a way, he opposed direct confrontation between Fano and military. And maybe he implied the deployment of militias too. And then we saw a start of drone strikes on those zones of the Amhara region where there have been no drone strikes. This year, last year, either it was due to logistical constraints that military was not in a position to hit those areas, or these areas were deliberately not being hit. South Gondar, North Wollo, South Wollo, no drone strikes there since July. But things are changing now. I reported last night in last night's live chat about a strike on Avoreda, Buna Voreda, close to Lalibela. And we have not seen any drone strikes in this area. First time that military has hit Buna. Then today, another drone strike. Again, first drone strike in this area. Target, who the target, name of area, name of the Wareda is Vagaltana. Town name is Vagaltana. Vagaltana is one of those towns which were captured by Fano months ago. And you know that one of the strongest Fano factions, Fano groups, is based here. The group led by Colonel Fantahun Muhaba. Colonel Mogas Zegai operates close to Vagaltana. Vagaltana was hit today. More than 10 people, including Fano fighters, were injured. and not injured, killed in this attack. In yesterday's attack in Buna, several people were killed, including some Fano fighters. I think that strike was on a hotel or a restaurant. There were Fano fighters there, civilians too, but target was Fano. Today's target again Fano. Ambasal, Vagaltana. So military has decided now to intensify air raids against Fano commanders. Top Fano commanders, gatherings of top Fano commanders are being targeted. Since it was Colonel Fantaun's Fano group which made first moves in the Amhara region by storming town cities, that is why now major air campaign has been launched against Colonel Fantaun Mohabao's Fano group. Ethiopian military is relying on its trump card. Trump card is drone power. This trump card help Ethiopian government in pushing Tigray fighters from North Shore, from Romeo Special to Makale. After the acquisition of Kinji drones, after deployment of GCS to other regions, not just Oromia. Wise is saying G is pronounced in Bugna, so it is Bugna, not Buna. Okay. I heard it is Buna, by the way. So military is relying on its trump card now. In drone strikes, Fano fighters are dying. Maybe civilians dying too, because of Fano fighters mingle with people, they mix with civilians. It's difficult to separate Fano and people. Testing times for Fano groups. Because we only saw drone strikes against Fano in East Gurjum, West Gurjum this year. For the first time, now military has expanded the area of drone strikes. North Wallo, South Wallo, both being hit. South Gondar could be next. North Gondar, no major developments there, though we have seen some episodes of confrontation between military and Fano there. But main destabilized zone is South Gondar. I have not seen any drone strike in South Gondar so far. But the way North and South Wallo are being hit, don't be surprised if in coming days you hear about drone strikes on Fano groups in South Gondar. So this is now the most crucial phase of the Amhara resistance movement in the Amhara region. Can drones prove to be game changers? Again, the drones proved to be game changers in 2021 against TDF. Same drones, perhaps now deadlier drones with more skilled drone operators sitting behind these drones are now part of this operation. Coming days, very crucial for Fano's survival. Fano fighters have managed to survive ground operation. We saw that ground operations launched, heavy weapons deployed to Fano fighters managed to survive, though they could not stay in control of big towns, but they managed to survive. Now, military is not relying on ground operations. Infantry could not produce results. Infantry suffered losses. Infantry was vulnerable to ambush attacks by Fano fighters. So now military is relying on Air Force. Air Force conducting very precise strikes. By the way, pro-Fano elements are confirming drone strikes. The only difference is that pro-Fano elements say civilians are dying. They never acknowledge deaths of Fano fighters. Government is silent, but pro-government people, on condition of anonymity, government official, they say that target is Fano fighters dying, and Fano commanders are going to be eliminated. That is what I'm saying. We are now into a very crucial phase of the conflict in the Amhara region. Ethiopian government is hoping to wrap up the military operation against Fano in Amhara through intensified air campaign. Can this campaign produce results? Let's wait for a few days. By the way, if Fano somehow managed to uh, counter this air campaign, it would be difficult to stop Fano, at least to the extent of Amhara region. So these are testing times, Fano groups, it seems. This is what I learned through analyzing the situation, through talking to people, that the conflict in Amhara has entered a new phase, perhaps a decisive and deadlier phase. Gadisa Girata says, don't take it personal, brother. My criticism of you, I love you, man. I love you too, Gadisa. But I remember people's comments. Uh, Sometimes people criticize me unjustly, unfairly. Yes, people can criticize my content, my views. No one is perfect. I'm bound to make mistakes. But people start accusing me of being biased. So that's difficult for me to digest, by the way. But I read all your comments from all the people. Tigisti from Tigray has joined. Anything from Tigray, Tigisti? What about the meeting? I think still ongoing there. By the way, can Fano groups defend from these drone strikes? Uh, does Fano have any capability to protect from these drone strikes? Well, uh, I think those who have been watching my videos, it says tomorrow. Okay. By the way, when TDF came under drone strikes, it was target of drone strikes. It had almost no option but to stop its advance. Drones made TDF's advance impossible. Tanks, artillery pieces were precisely hit. So it became almost impossible for TDF to move in the open. They had to retreat. They had no option but to retreat. They had no defense. Though Sadkan, Varade, Megbe tried to uh, establish TDF along military lines, nothing happened. TDF could not protect from drone strikes. Ola, I think, is better equipped in terms of protection from drone strikes. Why? Because Ola is based in those areas which where drones are less effective, maybe. Or we can say that maybe military did not launch an intensified air campaign against Ola. Ola did not suffer any major losses in drone strikes. Fano is now tasting the uh, deadly power of drones. In terms of weapons, Fano fighters have no weapons. They have no, I don't think they have any man pads. Though man pads are not very effective against drones. ZU-23-2 not effective against drones. Fano fighters basically have no drones to target even low-flying drones. No weapons, firstly. Secondly, uh, they have advantage in terms of having connections, in terms of ensuring that military does not get advanced information about the whereabouts, the movement of these foreign fighters. So they have this advantage. But can they survive now when a major air campaign is underway? I think that remains to be seen. Too early to predict now. They managed to survive, they managed to protect from ground operation, now extensive, intensive air operation. Tiago Mangisha says one full drone strike costs 12 million US dollars. I don't think so. I don't think that one drone strike costs 12 million US dollars. No, not that much, I think. But still, the munitions used by TB2s are laser guided munitions, costly, not worth 12 million each. Uh, can military afford, can government afford use of these drones? Yes, if government believes that Fano is advancing and Fano could take over Addis Ababa one day. Do you think that government would just wait and let the Fano come? No, government will divert all its resources toward the fight against Fano. So money is no problem, I think. And I think PM Abiy spoke about that a few days ago when he appeared at the parliament. He said that Ethiopia has still foreign exchange reserves and it will divert this money to the fight against armed groups in Ethiopia. I think he talked about that. Sidale Vokotla. Mr. Sajid, thank you for your unreserved, timely information. But Mr. Sajid, why world look at Ethiopian self-war? I don't understand your comment. Alex Evoke is saying Ola is son of Abi. Well, if you say that Abi is soft on Ola, I would agree with you. To say Ola is Abi's son, difficult for me to agree with. Samuel is asking a very important question. He's saying, we've seen several drone strikes in Gurjum and North Shore. Do you think intensity and expansion of strikes produce any results? You're right that drone strikes were conducted in North Shore, in East Gurjum, several drone strikes, but no change. Uh, let's see, can a new uh, major air campaign bring about any change? Can these drone strikes hit top Fano commanders? We'll have to wait. But Air Force has expanded its area of operations against Fano. University, hi Sajid. Don't I have been away for a while? Yes, I think I saw you after some. Tariko says, please let us know how the peace deal can be achieved. Do parties to conflict want to work towards peace? Do they want to do they want to attain the goal of peace through negotiations or through military operations? That is the important question. I believe Ethiopian government wants to weaken Fano. It does not want to talk to Fano now. Fano groups basically are not in support of direct talks with PM Abiy's government. If talks happen in future, they would try to engage the government through some third party or third party mediated talks. But talks are not even being discussed by the two sides so far. Both are rejecting the idea of talks. So how can peace prevail? How can peace come if two sides are not considering talks as an option to put an end to the conflict in Amhara? David Mulugata says, Sajid Salam. Walaikum Salam, David Mulugata. Fact check. Fano will gradually lose public support. Well, it can go both ways. If military continues air campaign and if people start dying in large numbers, these drone strikes could be counterproductive as well. I think killing of a few Fano fighters won't make any big difference. If these drone strikes manage to kill top Fano commanders, it could be a problem for Fano groups. Or if drone strikes are conducted so frequently that it becomes almost impossible for Fano to move in public, move in the open, then there could be serious blows to Fano's plans. A few drone strikes hitting a few Fano fighters or civilians won't bring about any big change in the region. Comsa is saying people in South were already sick of them. Nigato, do you see a realistic prospect of these two groups finding common ground to establish unified government in the face of the challenging confronting the capital? I don't see Fano and Ethiopian government uh, agreeing on some common ground. I don't see any common ground because Fano wants to remove the Prime Minister. Prime Minister knows that. He wants to crush Fano. And there are several players, by the way, in Ethiopia. You cannot bring peace by just starting talks between government and Fano. We need a comprehensive solution. Talks involving all the parties. Ola, Fano, DPLF, federal government, Prosperity Party, Orthodox Church, small groups in other parts of Ethiopia, Somalis, Afars. I think a broader type of effort is needed for peace. Bilateral talks between Fano and military or Ola and military won't lead to lasting peace, I think, and permanent solution to conflicts. Raya Amhara is asking questions saying, do you think they are using drones much more now because they are in trouble? Well, you can look at it both ways. Either they, as I said earlier, their infantry could not produce results. The ground operations could not succeed. And from another angle, we can say that this is Ethiopian government's trump card, military's trump card, which military is now using. But what after that? What if Fano fighters, what will happen if Fano fighters manage to survive? And by the way, Fano fighters cannot stop drone strikes because, again, I would say GCS are not in Amhara region. Fano fighters cannot reach Bishafto, they cannot reach Samra, they cannot reach Makale to target GCS of ground control, GCS of these drones. They cannot hit drones from the ground. Drones fly at a very high altitude. So basically, they are helpless. Stefano says, I appreciate your strategy. What is expected from a scholar YouTube, telling people what they would like to hear and targeting countries with huge population? Well, I never targeted Ethiopia, by the way. I think the day Azerbaijan Armenia war ended, it was, I think, second week of November 2020 when I made first video about Tigray war. Back then, I did not. Uh, I never wanted to cover Ethiopia permanently. I started covering the war. The war helped me understand Ethiopia. I did not target Ethiopia. I don't work like that. I am not a YouTuber very familiar with how YouTube works, how ranking works, how analytics work. No, I don't know much about that. I don't focus a lot on uh, creation of quality thumbnails, or I don't work on putting the right tags. I only work on content. Sidale is asking all parties, the government, others to come to the table to resolve their issues through talks, asking international community to intervene as well. Zelek is asking about Fano receiving support from Eritrea. I have no uh, verified information. Drum says, good evening. Will Amhara be independent? Enter your name is saying, well, I never heard from Fano fighters publicly that they want an independent Amhara region. They talk about Ethiopia. They say they want representative government in Addis Ababa. They want to retake Menelik Palace, which is in Addis Ababa. Yared is splitting here, saying, you say you cover war, but you were covering Tiffany Haddish the other day. Tiffany Haddish, I think, involved herself in the war. She was supporting a Eritrean government. She visited Eritrea, met with Isaias Afwerki. She was critical of TPLF too. So that is why I did some videos about her. Otherwise, there are hundreds of other Eritreans living abroad, artists, uh, actors, actresses, Ethiopians too. I don't do any videos about them. Irmi asks, have you ever been to Ethiopia? No. Kifa is making a point, trying to make a point, saying, why are you so negative about Fano entering 4 kilo? Well, I only share my assessment with you that what is Fano's capability in terms of entering Addis Ababa. I share my assessment with you. I am not against or in support of Fano's entry into the capital. 37 minutes have passed, viewers. I think we should end this live chat session. People say your live chats are getting longer, boring. So let's keep it short so that people don't get bored. Just one topic in this live chat, and that was new intensified air campaign against Fano fighters in the Amhara region. Coming days, very crucial. I think you would surely see more drone strikes against Fano in North Wollo, South Wollo, South Gondar. Testing times ahead for Fano groups. Can they survive? Can they somehow survive? That we'll see in coming days and weeks. Thank you for joining this live chat session. See you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you. Bye bye.